It's Week 12 of the 2023 season, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' rookie running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Jags and the Pats. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's Week 12. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Finding, and right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's got room inside the 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. And this is Parker, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Deep ball on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Lawrence going to throw again. His throw incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. And now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get this inside the 10 down to the 9. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England trying to get a place on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Jones. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On the return, here's Agnew. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A good search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
So, a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run again with Harris. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play for 4th down. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack on first down, Jones, that's Bourne, got it on the slant. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Jones on 1st and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Going deep here for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Jones has it. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in the second half blowout material. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now Jones on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the...
Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Pats are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third is worth through. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter.
And it's a fumble. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Connor up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Jacksonville, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.